Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to a clip from The Daily Show. This is Transgender Soldiers Explain Why Trump's Military Ban is Bogus. Now, I have no idea if this is going to be satirical or very serious. But you know what I like to say. Just everybody breathe easy. It's not that serious. It's just me reacting to a video on the internet. Remember that, okay? Love you.
The U.S. military, the most powerful and respected organization in the entire world. Few have what it takes. The discipline, the strength, the bravery, the sacrifices made to serve our country.
Individuals?
But according to the Trump White House, there's an enemy within.
Oh.
Everything's transgender. Everybody transgender. That's all you hear about.
The Supreme Court will allow the Trump administration to begin enforcing a ban on...
Sorry, y'all. I just killed... We have, like, a carpenter ant infestation. Like, the really big, thick ones. I just literally smashed it with my hand. It's climbing on my desk. Like, go be on the floor. Anywho, sorry.
The Supreme Court will allow the Trump administration to begin enforcing a ban on transgender service members.
No more pronouns, no more dudes in dresses. We're done with that shit.
And I had some hard-hitting questions. Yikes. So, as the Daily Show's senior war correspondent, only I had the guts to... Once recovered, I met with some transgender individuals to hear their unqualifications.
My name is Lieutenant Ray Timberlake. I'm in the United States Navy, and I've been serving for about 17 years.
My name is Clayton, and I've been trying to go for pararescue, PJ, in the Air Force, and it's a special warfare career field.
I'm Second Lieutenant Nicholas Talbot with the United States Army Reserve. I've been in for a little over a year.
I'm Joe Ellis. I'm a Chief Warrant Officer 2 in the Virginia Army National Guard. I've served for 15 years. I fly the UH-60, which is a Black Hawk.
I don't want to swap war stories, but I've flown Spirit Airlines twice, so I know danger.
Okay, so this looks like, are these actual, like, these people actually have served our country? I just don't know where, like, where is the line between serious and poking fun at? Call me naive, call me ignorant, call me whatever you want. I don't care. You're watching me, remember? No, seriously, somebody help me understand, because I don't.
15 years. I fly the UH-60, which is a Black Hawk.
I don't want to swap war stories, but I've flown
Just the
Spirit
jobs
Airlines
they've done
twice, so I know danger.
Brave.
They seem qualified to me, but there are others who think they're weakening our military.
They can't go to sea. They can't fly airplanes in combat. They can't deploy with the Army into combat areas.
We should never allow anyone in the military to undergo transition surgery, which would make them medically unqualified to deploy.
What's wrong with his eye?
This idea that we spend years of being non-deployable is just simply untrue. I've never missed a deployment. I can fight tonight.
They've paid for nothing for my transition. I paid out of pocket because I wanted to be mission ready as fast as possible. In 6 weeks, I was deployable again, and I'm deployable today. They spend many times more on Viagra than they do on gender-affirming care.
If we don't have Viagra in the military, then who is going to take care of Pete Hegseth's whiskey dick? I mean, that's not how I want to serve my country. Turns out the U.S. military spends 8 times more on Viagra than gender-affirming care. Over 37 million more, to be exact. And on top of that, replacing transgender troops could cost an estimated $960.
Why are we buying? Is that necessary? Is that a medical need? Viagra? I don't know, guys. I'm confusion. Is he even really sitting in front of these people, or do they like edit this together? Because these people seem very serious. And again, I don't know the ins and outs and the actual rules about transgender individuals being and serving in the branches of our military. But if the only reason they can't is because they decided to become a new gender, I guess my question is like, well, if they could do it as a man, why can't they do it as a woman? I don't know. You know, it's just a question. I don't know. For those of you that are about to burn me at the stakes.
And on top of that, replacing transgender troops could cost an estimated $960 million in recruiting and training, which ain't easy.
It's very physically intense. After going through a pretty extensive medical exam to even get into the military, going to basic training, it's a lot like what most people think it is.
It's like boot camp?
Yeah, it's boot camp.
I did theater camp. It's tough. My tour of duty was South Pacific. Valley High's calling.
This is
Valley
a joke.
High.
I can't.
Is that how it went?
Yeah. All the trans people that are serving go above and beyond the standards, and they do their job every day.
But it's interesting to hear that we are too strong for sports, but too weak for the military.
Being too weak for...
Oh, she clocked it, as the kids say. She clocked it. She clocked it. I am definitely on this side of, if you are a biological man or woman, you should not be able to then go play sports for the opposite gender because you have transitioned. I don't transition. By all means, do your thing. If that is what you feel and that is what makes you happy in your body, who am I to tell you not to? But I do think we have to respect the biological aspects of it. And if you are born a male, we teach from the very young age, right, that boys shouldn't hit girls because they're stronger than girls, you know, all these things. It's like, though that is a very dated, like, way of thinking as far as, like, a girl could beat up a boy easily, let's be clear. But the whole thing is, like, men have a strength that women naturally do not have, naturally. So I am of the argument, I do lean on the side of we shouldn't allow that in sports, but wait for her to clock it. Like, well, if we're too strong to be in the opposite arena as far as sports are concerned, then why are we not strong enough to be in the Army? That was a good clap back, but I mean, I don't know if it actually worked. I just thought it was a good clap back.
We're too strong for sports, but too weak for the military.
Being too weak for both, I was curious why anyone would want to kick out these dedicated individuals.
If I'm in a foxhole, I don't want to know whether this guy next to me is wondering if he's a woman or a man or flipped back and forth.
Because everyone knows when you're fighting
That
on the front
feels
lines...
really, like, just exaggerated to me. First of all, anyone willing to be in the military should be respected, no matter of what their decisions are with their body. That is a courageous act in itself, to willingly join the military and fight for your country. I just want to go on the record and say that. Second of all, I find it very hard to believe that if you are in the trenches with someone who has done any trans work on themselves, that they will be in this fighting next to you and thinking about what gender, like, it felt a little dehumanizing to me. And again, I'm sure my beliefs are strong to some people. You know, I don't believe we should be allowing children under a certain age to transition and things like that, just because if they're children. Like, if we don't let them drive, we don't let them drink alcohol, we don't let them rent cars, it's like we should have a threshold for, like, let's just keep it there. But I do think that felt a little, like, dehumanizing in a way of, like, this person signed up to fight for your freedom and you don't like the fact that they have transitioned, and so, you know, you think that they're not even qualified to do their job because they're going to be thinking about their transitioning. And it's just like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like we can be unnecessarily harsh just because we don't agree with a lifestyle and other people's choices. And I think there's room for opinion, but I don't think there's room to be, like, disrespectful and hurtful and hateful. I just don't think it's necessary. But again, that's just me. I'm just a girl with a reaction channel and her own opinion, and you're entitled to yours.
And or flipped back and forth.
Because everyone knows when you're fighting on the front lines, the real enemies are the preferred pronouns of the person next to you.
So I go by rank and last name. If someone uses a pronoun that I don't prefer, I really don't care. To me, it's a distraction.
Right.
Like, my job is to fly the helicopter.
I'm curious what the reaction has been
which is
to you being trans in the military?
I received an outpouring of support when I came out.
They're my family and they have my back.
At the end of the day, all anybody cares about is whether I can perform my job when I have that uniform on.
Must be nice to have respectful coworkers. I work with this guy, Ronnie, who's a total dick. He's just a dick. So if the people in the military itself don't care, then why did the administration impose an executive order stating this?
An adoption of a gender identity inconsistent with an individual's sex conflicts with a soldier's commitment to an honorable, truthful, and disciplined lifestyle.
I was named an honor graduate at basic training, so I would say, you know, at least someone out there agrees that I have some honor and some discipline in me.
Would you leak war plans on Signal? Are you that disciplined?
I don't have any plans to do so.
Good to know.
I mean, I'm not sure if I misunderstood that, but it seems like the bill was saying, like, if you register to be in the military, you go through and you get into the military as a male and you transition in while you're in the military serving, I can understand how there's cause to want to deny that, because you're changing yourself and possibly your abilities and your hormones and all these things. And so that could create some different, you're not who you were when you came in as far as physically. I think I can understand the concern there. But I'm not sure if even that's what the bill was saying. I think that's how I interpreted it. So feel free to correct me if I was wrong.
Leak war plans on Signal? Are you that disciplined?
I don't have any plans to do so.
Good to know.
If more people met trans people like us, then there would be no issue.
If the world's on fire, these are the folks I want in the foxhole. But would they want me? Do you guys think I would be an asset in the U.S. military?
How many push-ups can you do?
It's sort of like jazz. It's all about the push-ups you don't do. And right now, I'm not doing millions.
What?
How fast can you run 2 miles?
Well, I can drive it in under 40 seconds.
Yeah, so I was at Fort Sill, Oklahoma for basic training. It was about 120 degrees Fahrenheit most days.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. If I'm in the sun for more than 7 minutes, I get heat rash, just like that.
Have you ever tried an MRE?
Yeah, and they told me that it was just a little fracture in my foot.
I think you're talking about MRI?
No.
MRE is a meal that's ready to eat.
Oh,
yeah,
the
military
meals.
shit. While lawsuits are still pending and the fight's not
Are
over,
these
I
real
imagine these
people,
troops have
or are
lost
they
the
actors?
appetite to
What's
fight
happening?
for a country that refuses to acknowledge they
Obviously,
even
they're real
exist.
people, but
President
you know what I mean.
Trump is my commander-in-chief, and I will gladly answer the call if he calls me up to active duty.
America's my home. This is my country. This is, where I want to be and who I want to fight for.
I'm willing to serve, I'm able to serve, and I can get the job done.
I'd say come to the fleet, come to the field, come see what the thousands of transgender service members do every day in support of our nation's defense.
Sounds like patriotism to me, but what do I know? I didn't serve because of bone spurs.
These bone spurs? Oh man, someone commented the other day that I react to too much right-wing stuff, so this one was for you. Anyway, as always, feel free to correct me in the comments. Feel free to share your opinion, your thoughts, your concerns, but keep it cute or put it on mute, meaning if you can't do it with kindness, don't do it at all. Go and have the day you deserve. Bye.